Good morning. It's September 8th, Friday. This is my first overnight shakedown hike, and I am at Zaleski Backpacking Trail in Zaleski State Forest in Ohio. I'm looking forward to it. This is the first night out with my new gear, and I'm looking to learn a couple things and check out my gear. So we'll see you in a little bit. So this is the schoolhouse, or the Hope School trailhead. It's the new trailhead here at Zaleski State Park. I am going to do the south loop today and tomorrow. So that is right there. It's not big mileage. It's I think 8 miles, 7.7 miles to the campsite I'm going to use today, which is campsite 2. And then tomorrow I'll come on out. So we may make it a little longer tomorrow if I feel like it, but we'll just kind of see how everything goes. And the trail heads off down that way. So I'm going to get my gear on and I'm going to start walking. All right, I'm about I'd say a mile, maybe a little over a mile past the first campsite, Camp 1. So it's a little hilly through here. The biggest thing I've noticed though is there's a lot of downed trees. You know, not sure what's going on there, but don't seem that they maintain the trail very well. You know, one of them was really difficult to get by, but this is a pretty good example. This is a pretty good hill. So, but they're short. A couple of them have been straight up, but like I said, they're short, 20 meters maybe at the most. So, but it's beautiful back here. I know the camera's not picking it up, but it's certainly nice. So, like I said earlier, I'm pretty happy with my gear. Getting a little hot spot on my pinky toe, so I'm gonna keep an eye on that. If that gets much worse, I'll have to stop and take care of it. But for now, I'm gonna climb. All right, out here. Okay, funny story. I have been filming. I am right now. I'm in Zaleski State Park. I'm at Backcountry Campsite 1, and I thought I was filming. I thought I made about 4 or 5 videos on the way up here, but apparently I'm not as smart as I think I am. And essentially, all I was doing was taking pictures. So, so pretty funny actually. I was just sitting here at lunch looking over things, and I couldn't figure out why the video wouldn't play. Well, that's because it's not a video, it's a picture. So that's funny. so I lost all of that footage from the trail. It wasn't real dramatic anyways. But so just to kind of recap, leaving out of the Hope Schoolhouse parking lot, which is I guess the new trailhead, I guess from last year. It is a road walk for a little bit, and you cross the street, and then that first climb from that road is a butt kicker. It truly is a butt kicker. So I was wondering what I was getting myself into, but then it kind of evens out, and it's pretty gentle. There's a couple good climbs to get here. You know, the water's good. I stopped off at the first watering point, which is right before the first backcountry campsite, and then I made my way here to the campsite and kind of walked around, took a look here. It's not quite what I thought it was going to be. The campsites are a little bit more spread out, which is nice, and they're a little bit more wooded, which is nice. So I'm surprised by that. So I'm going to sit here, I'm going to eat some lunch, and then I think I am going to head back to the watering point again, because I'm going through water a lot faster than I thought I would. Right now I am carrying 2 smart water bottles. One is a liter bottle and one is a 0.75 liter bottle. And I don't think it's enough. I have my Evernew 2-liter bag with me, so I'm not worried about it. I can certainly fill that up as I need to as well. But I am drinking a ton of water. The weather's nice today. It's 65 degrees probably, so not too bad, not too hot. But I'm going through water. So at the first stop, I tried to camel up. I drank about 1.5 liters, and then filled my bottle up again. So I think, though, after I eat lunch, I'm going to sit here and drink another of the smaller water bottles, and then head back and fill it up again, just to make sure I've got enough water. I've only got about 5 miles to campsite number 2, which is where I think I'm going to stop today. The sites are kind of spread out a little goofy. There's one at 1.3 miles, and then there's one at 7.7 or almost 8 miles. And then the other one isn't till 15 miles. And I think that's a little too aggressive for me today. And that would make a very long trip back to the truck tomorrow. So this is just a short shakedown hike. Checking out my gear, seeing how my pack feels, seeing how my boots are doing, and my socks set up. And really everything's going very well. I'm very happy with my pack and the way it sits. I probably need to rearrange some things, which I'll do tonight. But I'm really happy the way it sits on my hips. All the weight's transferred down to my hips. My shoulders don't feel anything at all. I think my pack weight is perfect. I really do. I don't have any complaints about it. I was really concerned that I was getting a little too heavy, bringing some things, but I'm pretty happy with it. So we're going to kind of go from there. My feet feel good. I'm breaking in a new pair of Merrells, which are my preferred boot. And then I have my Injinji toe sock liners on, and then my Darn Tough socks. So it's going pretty good. I'm really happy. I don't have any hot spots. I don't have any issues with my feet at all. The only issue is with my old body. I'm pretty out of shape, and I'm upset about that. So, but the good thing is I've got 5 more months before I leave, and I got plenty of time to get into shape. So I'm going to be hitting it hard. This is a real wake-up call to me. But I'm happy to be out here in the woods. So, all right, I'm going to finish up my lunch, and we'll see you soon out here. It's probably not real clear on my phone. It's tough to get the perspective, but this is actually a really nice view. Really nice view. It's the only one that I've seen so far today. So I don't know how far I'm in. Probably about 2.5 miles from campsite 1. But this is actually pretty nice. Pretty nice. I'm gonna stop here and take a break, drink some water. I'm still way ahead of schedule, so I'm gonna try to either slow down or, I don't know, decide what I'm gonna do. All right, one more look and then out here. That's probably pretty hard to make out, but that is a cliff. It's got to be a few 100 feet drop. So, wow, that's neat. So if the trees weren't here, you'd have a beautiful view of the ravine down there. But you're essentially walking on a cliff. Nothing but rock. So, pretty neat. That's a shame though. People got putting graffiti on the rock. I don't know why. I don't understand that. I don't know why people do that. But it's certainly beautiful. This is just a little bit farther past the view that I just had. So, whew. Straight down. All right, gonna walk on. Looks like we're coming up on something here. It's getting awfully wet. Not sure if you can make that out very well, but we'll see a little bit better up here. Alright, and we also just passed Spot G. So, Lily Pad Lake. Oh, I wish I had a fishing pole. That's beautiful. Alright, out for now. Alright, so I made it into camp. Not a bad spot. This is Camp 2, and this is the very last camp spot, all the way at the end. It's a little bit of a walk from the end, but it's nicer and it seems more secluded, so that's why I chose this one. Got my duplex, Z-Packs duplex sent up. I got a nice tight pitch. I'm happy with it. So everything seems to be going pretty good. I've got all my stuff put in there. Still got to blow up mattresses and all that stuff, but I'm gonna relax for a little bit first. My feet are a little sore. I think I got a blister on my little toe that I'm gonna have to attend to. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with this. So that's the way back to the trail. There's a privy there, and then there's a water source there as well. So it's actually pretty nice. A couple of these spots have fire rings like this one does, so I'm pretty happy about that. But man, I can't imagine how they got that in here. That thing looks like it weighs a ton. So, but somebody brought it in. All right, out for now. All right, got a little caveman TV going on here. And no, that trash in the fire is not mine. So these campsites around here, folks need to learn a little bit of leave no trace. There is all kinds of stuff all over the place, trash and things like that, and metal cans and stuff sitting in the fire rings. But what I'm trying to catch is there's some coyotes out there, and they're pretty close, and they were just screaming bloody murder a few minutes ago. So I'm hoping to do it again. They'll do it again. Yeah, probably not with me talking. They probably heard me, which is all the better. I don't want them around. So, all right. Well, it's almost 8 o'clock, and as soon as the sun goes down, I'm getting ready to hit the rack. I'm tired, and we'll get up early, have a cup of coffee, and hit the trail again first thing in the morning. All right, out here. All right, I am wore out. Just came up a big incline after Kings Hollow Road. So I tell you, coming down the trail to Kings Hollow Road, once you get onto the road, it's not real clear where the trail's at. I had to do some bushwhacking to kind of find it and find a blaze. So be careful of that when you come through. It's not real apparent, or at least it wasn't to me. So I didn't film much coming out of camp because I'm tired. My Nemo Tensor air mattress lost air all night long, so about every hour I was having to blow it back up. You know, which it makes me a little angry because that's the second one that's done that to me. So you know, I'm done with Nemo. I'm gonna go get a Neo Air X Lite, which is what I should have done to begin with. Because like I said, I've just not had any luck with Nemo. The Tensor, it's a great pad. It's comfortable, but it's only comfortable if it's got air in it, and I have been unable to keep air in 2 of them now. So so I'm not gonna buy another one, and I'm not gonna mess around, because that would be miserable if I was on the trail and on the Appalachian Trail and that happened. So But as far as the shakedown goes, you know, I'm pretty happy with all my gear, how everything performed. Just some, you know, some interesting things. Like the bottom of my tent this morning was extremely muddy and wet. So I didn't want to fold it all up and pack it up. So right now I've kind of got it folded in half and put on the bottom of my pack. That's probably something I'll have to look at and figure out how to avoid that. So other than that, cook system worked great. I was a little chilly last night. It was more damp than anything else. So, but my enlightened equipment quilt did very good. I don't have any complaints. Again, once that mattress starts to lose air, I start to get cold because it loses insulation properties once it gets flat. So, you know, that kept me up, like I said, about every hour, hour and a half, all night long. So that was kind of disappointing. But all right, I am gonna keep pressing on out here. All right, so walking along a gravel road. It may be hard to see, but this is the trail. I didn't think it was at first, but so it's been going on now for, I don't know, half a mile. Not sure how much farther it goes. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not the most comfortable on the feet. But we're moving along pretty good. Make up some time here. Had a couple pretty good inclines that slowed me up a little bit. Plus losing the trail at Kings Hollow Road. So, but this is a nice trail. Those are the blazes. Orange. I know it's probably hard to make out. Ah, some sunshine. It was chilly this morning. I'm starting to get a little warm. I got my thermal shirt on. Probably gonna stop here in a little bit and take that off. I don't want to get too sweaty. All right, out for now. All right, I tell you, that's a pretty precarious part of the trail. You got a rock wall to your left and a steep drop off all the way down a ravine. Boy, one misstep and you're you're in trouble. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to make out here, but I mean, you've only got maybe 6 inches to the right of the trail and you're heading down that ravine. So it's actually pretty neat. So, but all right, let's head on here. See if I can keep from killing myself and falling down here. This has been a lot of the trail. Big logs going right across the trail. You know, it doesn't seem like these are maintained very well. It's still a good trail, it's just not maintained very well. They need to get out here and hack some of these up. All right, well, I'm gonna keep from breaking my neck. Out for now. Just ran across this overhang, or a cave actually. That is really cool. Really cool. So, kind of in a ravine. It almost it snuck up on me because that's the trail. That's where I came down, and that is just nothing but rocks and mud. So I almost sped right by this, but what a neat thing to see. So it's pretty cool. All right, so just a little farther down past that, got it here too. This is kind of cool. That's kind of neat. Yeah, that's pretty cool. These rock ledges are neat. Reminds me of Hawking Hills, which I guess I'm not too far away from that. So that is some big rocks. All right, moving on. Okay, so I have made it to Point K. So this is my turnoff to go to Point Y, which is the day hike connector, and that's going to take me back to B, which is the trail to the schoolhouse and back to the Hope Schoolhouse and back to the truck. Still got a few miles to go though. So, all right, heading up that way. I'm gonna film the last little bit here and try to keep from killing myself as I walk down the hill. This is the very steep climb up from the schoolhouse, and it makes for a very steep climb down too. And we're back at the beginning. All right. And there's my truck. All right. So I would consider this a very successful trip for me. Just a quick, a little bit over 9 miles, almost 10. And I'm happy with that. So just for my first outing, I more so just wanted to test my gear than to test my strength. So I'm happy. I'm tired. Got a little bit of a drive ahead of me, but I'm happy. That was a great time. So now I got to get home and get my gear cleaned up and put away, and then we'll go from there. All right.